Your destiny is calling a whisper in the quiet of your soul, a fire that burns beneath the surface of your daily grind. It is not a distant dream or a faint hope. It is a force, a sacred summons, that demands your attention, your courage, your action. But doubt stands in the doorway, a shadow that whispers lies of unworthiness, fear, and delay. It tells you to wait, to hesitate, to let the moment pass until you feel ready, certain, fearless. But here is the truth. Your destiny won't wait for your doubt to die. It is moving now, alive with possibility, and it calls you to rise, to choose to claim it before the sands of time slip through your fingers. When you answer that call, the universe answers back, and the heavens shift to meet your resolve. This is no ordinary moment. This is the edge of your existence, the precipice where you decide who you will become. Napoleon Hill, a man who unlocked the secrets of success, taught that all achievement begins with a burning desire, a decision to act despite the weight of doubt. Your destiny is not a gift handed to you. It is a prize you must seize, a battle you must fight, a fire you must stoke. Doubt is not your enemy. It is your teacher, your forge, your invitation to prove your worth. The world may tell you to wait for certainty, but certainty is a myth. Your destiny demands you act now in the raw, messy truth of who you are, and in that act you become unstoppable. Think of Thomas Edison standing in the dim glow of his laboratory, surrounded by the wreckage of countless failed experiments. Doubt was his constant companion, whispering that the light bulb was impossible, that he was chasing a fool's dream. Yet Edison refused to wait. He decided to act, to try to fail, to try again. Each failure was not a defeat, but a spark, each doubt a challenge to his resolve. His destiny didn't wait for his fears to fade. It demanded he move, and in moving, he lit the world. Your destiny, too, is waiting not for your doubt to die, but for your courage to rise, for your decision to ignite the path ahead. The battlefield of your life begins in your mind. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality, the sculptors of your future. Hill taught that whatever the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. But belief is not a gift. It is a choice, a refusal to let doubt dictate your path. Your mind is a sacred temple, a fortress where your destiny is shaped. Guard it fiercely. Let no thought of fear, no whisper of limitation take root. Choose to fill it with images of triumph, with visions of the life you were born to live. This is not wishful thinking. It is a spiritual act, a declaration that you are the master of your fate. Consider Abraham Lincoln, a man battered by failure, lost elections, failed businesses, personal tragedies that would have broken a lesser spirit. Doubt haunted him, whispering that he was unfit, unworthy, doomed to fail. Yet Lincoln chose to believe in a purpose greater than his pain, a vision of a united nation. He didn't wait for his doubts to die. He acted through them, forging a mindset that turned obstacles into stepping stones. His belief was his weapon. His decision, his shield, and his destiny reshaped a nation. Your mind, too, is your battlefield, and your choice to believe, despite doubt, sets the heavens in motion. Clarity is the light that cuts through the fog of doubt. Your destiny is not a vague hope. It is a vivid picture, a beacon that guides your every step. To claim it, you must know what you are fighting for. What is the vision that burns in your heart? What is the dream that keeps you awake? The purpose that sets your soul ablaze. Walt Disney faced bankruptcy, ridicule, and doubt, yet he held a clear vision, a world of wonder, a kingdom of imagination. He didn't wait for the world to believe in him. He acted on his clarity, building his dream brick by brick. His decision didn't erase doubt. It outshone it, and heaven moved to make his vision real. You must find that same clarity. Strip away the noise, the expectations of others, the distractions of the world, the chatter of fear. Sit in the quiet. Ask the hard questions. What do I want? What am I here to create? What legacy will I leave? Write it down. Speak it aloud. Let it take shape in your mind until it is as real as the air you breathe. This is not a casual exercise. It is a sacred ritual, a moment when you align your soul with your destiny. When you decide with clarity, you silence the whispers of doubt, and the universe leans in ready to meet your resolve. Doubt will never fully die. It is a shadow that lingers, a voice that tests your commitment. But your destiny does not require its absence. It requires your action. Hill's principle of definiteness of purpose teaches us that clarity and decision are the antidotes to doubt, not by eliminating it, but by overpowering it. When you choose to act, to believe, to see your path clearly, you become a force greater than your fears. The heavens do not wait for your doubts to fade. They wait for your decision to rise. You are not alone in this fight. The moment you decide, you tap into a force greater than yourself. Hill's infinite intelligence, the energy that flows through those who dare to claim their destiny. Surround yourself with those who see your fire, who fuel your vision, who challenge you to rise above doubt. These are not just allies. They are your mastermind, your co-creators in the spiritual war. Together, you amplify your decision, turning a spark into a blaze, a dream into reality. Your destiny is calling, and it will not wait. Decide now, act now, believe now, and watch as heaven moves to meet you. The fire of your decision burns bright, a beacon cutting through the haze of doubt. But it is your vision that gives it form, that shapes the raw energy of your choice into a destiny that calls you forward. Your vision is not a fleeting thought or a vague wish. It is a vivid, unyielding picture of the life you were born to create, a star that guides you through the storms of fear and uncertainty. When you decide, you don't just reject doubt, you embrace a future only you can see, a purpose only you can fulfill. Your destiny won't wait for your fears to fade. It demands you hold this vision with clarity and courage. And in that act, the heavens stir, aligning their forces to meet the fire of your resolve. Napoleon Hill taught that a definite chief aim, a clear, burning vision, is the foundation of all achievement. Without it, your efforts scatter like dust in the wind, lost to the chaos of indecision. With it, every step becomes a deliberate act. Every choice, a stroke on the canvas of your life. Think of Henry Ford, a man who saw a world where machines could free humanity from toil. His vision wasn't just to build cars, it was to transform lives, to make the impossible ordinary. When banks turned him away, when critics scoffed, Ford's vision was his anchor. He didn't wait for doubt to die. He acted on his clarity, and heaven moved through his factories, his innovations, his unyielding will to reshape the world. Your vision must be just as fierce. It is not enough to dream. You must see. Close your eyes and paint the picture, the legacy. You will build the lives you will touch, the mark you will leave on eternity. See it in vivid detail, the colors of your triumph, the sounds of your success, the pulse of your purpose. This is not fantasy. It is the spiritual act of creation, the moment you align your soul with the infinite possibilities of your destiny. Hill's principle of autosuggestion urges you to feed your mind with this vision, to let it become so real it drowns out the whispers of doubt. Your vision is your compass, your flame, your sacred vow. Hold it tight and let it guide your every step. Purpose is the soul of your vision, the why that gives it life. A vision without purpose is a picture without meaning, a fire without fuel. Purpose is the reason you rise when doubt pulls you down, the force that keeps you moving when the world says stop. Consider Marie Curie, a woman who decided to pierce the veil of the unknown, not for glory, but for the advancement of humanity. Her purpose was her North Star, guiding her through poverty, skepticism, and the physical toll of her work. She faced a world that dismissed her, yet her decision to live for her purpose moved heaven through her discoveries, her courage, her legacy. that still illuminates science. Your purpose, too, is a calling, a sacred mission that ties your fight to the eternal. What is your purpose? It is not found in the noise of the world or the fleeting rewards of success. It is found in the quiet of your heart, in the moments when you feel most alive, most connected to something greater. Ask yourself, what am I here to do? What impact will I leave? The answers may come slowly, but they are there waiting to be claimed. Your purpose is not just a goal. It is a vow, a reason to fight when doubt looms large. When you decide to live for this purpose, you align with the infinite, and heaven moves to meet your resolve, turning your vision into reality. Discipline is the steel that forges your vision and purpose into something tangible. It is not enough to see, to believe, to have a purpose. You must act, and action requires the unyielding commitment to show up day after day, even when doubt creeps in. Hill wrote that discipline is the master key to riches, the ability to choose your destiny over your comfort, your purpose over your fear. Think of J.K. Rowling typing in cafes, her dreams battered by rejection after rejection. She didn't wait for doubt to die or inspiration to strike. She decided to write, to persist, to discipline herself through pain and uncertainty. Her vision of a magical world became real because she chose discipline over despair. And heaven moved through her words to enchant millions. You too must forge this discipline. The world is a siren luring you with distractions, social media comparison, the pull of ease. But your destiny demands more. It demands the courage to rise early, to work when others rest, to push when others pause. Discipline is not a burden, it is liberation, a declaration that you value your purpose above all else. It is the act of showing up for your vision, of honoring the decision you made when you chose to fight. Every small act of discipline, every page written, every skill honed, is a victory in the spiritual war, a signal to the universe that you are ready for your destiny. The battlefield is not forgiving. It will test your vision with obstacles, your purpose with setbacks, your discipline with temptation. Doubt will linger, whispering that you're not ready, that your dreams are too big, that failure is inevitable. But your destiny doesn't wait for doubt to die. It waits for you to act. Hill's principle of persistence reminds us that success is not a single leap, but a series of choices, each one a chance to reaffirm your commitment. When you falter, and you will remember that the heavens are watching, waiting for you to rise again. Every stumble is a lesson, every challenge a chance to sharpen your vision, to deepen your purpose, to strengthen your discipline. You are not alone in this fight. The moment you decide, you join a lineage of warriors, those who, like you, chose to see beyond doubt, to act beyond fear, to claim their destiny. Surround yourself with those who fuel your vision, who share your purpose, who challenge you to rise. Hill's mastermind principle is a spiritual alliance, a collective force that amplifies your decision. These are your fellow creators, your comrades in the war for a life of meaning. Together, you become a tide that moves the heavens, a force that shapes reality. Your destiny is calling, and it will not wait. See it, live it, fight for it, and watch as heaven moves to meet you. The spark of your decision has ignited a flame, but it is action that turns its glow into a blaze, that carves your destiny from the raw stone of possibility. Your vision is vivid, your purpose clear, your discipline forged, but without action. They remain shadows, unclaimed potential, fading in the haze of doubt. When you decide, you set your soul in motion, but it is through action, bold, relentless, unapologetic action, that you seize the life you were born to live. Your destiny won't wait for your fears to dissolve or your doubts to die. It demands you move now, and in that movement, the heavens align, answering your courage with the force of creation itself. Napoleon Hill taught that action is the bridge between desire and reality. The moment your decision becomes a force that shapes the world. Action is not about perfection. It is about momentum. It is the courage to take the first step, even when doubt lingers, even when the path is uncertain. Think of the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, standing on the wind-swept sands of Kitty Hawk, their dream of flight mocked by a world bound to Earth. Doubt was their shadow, whispering that man was not meant to soar. Yet they acted, building, testing, crashing, rebuilding. Each failure was a spark, each attempt a defiance of doubt. Their action turned a vision into reality, and heaven moved through their hands, their ingenuity, their refusal to wait, lifting humanity into the skies. Your destiny, too, waits for your action, not your certainty. You must act with the same resolve. The world will tempt you to delay for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect you. But perfection is a lie, a trap set by doubt to keep you still. Your destiny demands you start where you stand. Write the first word. Make the first call. Take the first risk. Each action is a stone in the foundation of your future, a signal to the universe that you are ready to claim what is yours. When you move, heaven moves with you, weaving opportunities, opening paths, aligning the stars to your purpose. Your action is your vow, your proof that doubt will not define you. Gratitude is the wind that lifts your action, the sacred force that transforms effort into impact. It is not a fleeting thank you but a revolutionary choice, a lens that reveals the abundance hidden in every struggle. Hill wrote that gratitude aligns your spirit with the infinite, drawing to you the wisdom and resources needed to fulfill your destiny. When you give thanks for the chance to act, for the lessons in your failures, for the strength to keep going, you shift the energy of your fight. You turn pain into purpose, scarcity into possibility, doubt into determination. Gratitude is not weakness. It is power, the kind that roots you in the eternal and lifts you above the fleeting. Consider Oprah Winfrey, a woman born into poverty, facing a world that seemed designed to crush her dreams. Doubt could have consumed her, but she chose gratitude for every small victory, every chance to learn, every moment of grace. That gratitude fueled her action, guiding her through rejection, through hardship, to a legacy that redefined what was possible. She didn't wait for doubt to die. She acted with a heart full of thanks, and heaven moved through her voice, her vision, her unyielding will to touch millions. Your gratitude, too, is a force, a magnet that pulls your destiny closer, amplifying every step you take. This gratitude is a daily practice, a choice to see the divine in the ordinary. Pause in the midst of your action. Look at the ground you've gained, the challenges you've faced, the person you're becoming. Be thankful for the fire in your soul, the vision in your heart, the chance to fight another day. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Let gratitude be the rhythm of your breath, the pulse that steadies you when doubt creeps in. It is not enough to act. You must act with a heart that sees the gift in every moment, and in that seeing you align with the infinite, calling heaven to your side. Adaptability is the art of navigating the shifting tides of the battlefield. Your destiny is not a straight path. It is a river winding through unexpected turns, rushing over unseen obstacles. To claim it, you must be willing to bend without breaking, to pivot without losing sight of your vision. Hill taught that the most successful are those who see change as an ally, not an enemy, an opportunity to grow, to refine, to evolve. When you decide, you commit to a purpose, but the world will test your flexibility, demanding you adapt to claim what is yours. Think of Steve Jobs, a man who faced failure, rejection, and exile from the company he built. Doubt could have ended him, but he chose adaptability, reimagining his vision for a world where technology met art. He didn't cling to old strategies. He evolved, aligning his purpose with the demands of a changing world. His decision to adapt moved heaven, turning a struggling company into a global force. Your destiny, too, demands adaptability. When the path shifts, pivot. When the plan fails, rethink. Doubt may whisper that change is defeat, but your ability to adapt proves it wrong, turning obstacles into stepping stones. The battlefield will test your action, your gratitude, your adaptability. Doubt will linger, tempting you to wait, to retreat, to let fear win. But your destiny won't wait for doubt to die. It waits for you to act. Hill's principle of persistence reminds us that every challenge is a chance to reaffirm your decision, to prove your commitment. When you stumble, rise. When you doubt, give thanks. When the world changes, adapt. These are not weaknesses. They are the strengths that align you with your destiny, that call the heavens to your side. You are not alone in this fight. Your decision connects you to a greater force, Hill's infinite intelligence, the energy that flows through those who act with purpose. Surround yourself with those who amplify your gratitude, who share your adaptability, who challenge you to keep moving. These are your allies, your mastermind, your co-creators in the spiritual war. Together, you become a force that shifts the stars, a tide that shapes reality. Your destiny is calling, and it will not wait. Act with courage. Give thanks with conviction. Adapt with purpose. And watch as heaven moves to meet you. The battlefield of your life is a rugged crucible where the winds of adversity howl and the shadows of doubt loom large. Yet it is here in the heart of struggle that your decision becomes a force of destiny, a fire that burns brighter with every challenge you face. Your destiny won't wait for your doubt to die. It demands resilience to rise through failure, learning to grow through every lesson, and faith to trust in the unseen. These are not mere traits. They are the pillars of your spiritual war, the weapons that forge your path to greatness. When you stand firm, when you seek wisdom, when you believe beyond the visible, heaven moves not as a distant spectator, but as a co-creator in your fight. Resilience is the pulse of your decision, the unyielding spirit that keeps you standing when the world tries to knock you down. Doubt will test you. Failure will sting. Rejection will bruise, and moments of despair will tempt you to surrender. But resilience is your defiance, your refusal to let doubt write the end of your story. Napoleon Hill taught that every adversity carries within it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. Your resilience is the courage to find that seed, the strength to plant it, the will to nurture it into triumph. It is not about avoiding the fall, but about rising stronger, wiser, more determined than before. Consider Nelson Mandela, a man who endured 27 years of imprisonment, his body confined, but his spirit unbreakable. Doubt could have consumed him, whispering that freedom was impossible, that his fight was futile. Yet he chose resilience, deciding to rise above his circumstances, to forgive, to lead. Each day in that cell was a battle, each moment of hardship a test of his decision. His resilience moved heaven through his courage, his vision, his unyielding will, reshaping a nation and inspiring the world. Your resilience, too, is a force, a testament to a soul that refuses to be defeated, a spark that calls your destiny closer. You will fall. The path to your vision is not smooth. It is carved with obstacles that demand you grow stronger to overcome them. But each stumble is a chance to reaffirm your decision. Each scar a badge of your fight. Resilience is not about denying pain, but about embracing it as a teacher, a forge that tempers your spirit. When you decide, you commit to this truth: no failure is final, no setback is fatal. You rise because your purpose is worth it, because your destiny demands it. Every time you stand again, you signal to the universe that you are still fighting, and heaven moves to meet your unwavering resolve. Learning is the compass that guides you through this turbulent battlefield. Your destiny doesn't wait for you to know everything. It waits for you to seek to grow, to turn every experience into wisdom. Hill taught that the habit of learning is the mark of those who claim greatness, the willingness to see every moment, good or bad, as a classroom for the soul. Think of Benjamin Franklin, a man who rose from humble beginnings to shape a nation. He was not born a genius. He became one through insatiable curiosity. He read, he experimented, he questioned, turning every failure into a lesson, every challenge into growth. His decision to learn moved heaven, leaving a legacy that still lights the way. You too must embrace this hunger for learning. The battlefield is your teacher, and every moment holds a lesson if you are open to it. Study your failures. What do they reveal? Analyze your successes. What made them possible? Seek out mentors' books. Ideas that stretch your mind. Doubt may whisper that you're not ready, but learning proves it wrong, building the knowledge and wisdom to claim your destiny. Ask yourself, what can this moment teach me? How can this obstacle make me stronger? The answers are there, waiting to be uncovered, guiding you closer to the life you were born to live. Faith is the light that illuminates your learning, your resilience, your decision. It is not blind belief, but a deep, unshakable trust in your purpose, in the vision that burns within you, in the universe that conspires to make it real. Hill called faith the eternal elixir that breathes life into your dreams, the force that aligns your spirit with the infinite. When you decide, you plant a seed of faith, and with every act of resilience, every lesson learned, you nurture it, letting it grow into a force that doubt cannot touch. Your destiny doesn't wait for doubt to die. It waits for your faith to rise. Think of Malala Yousafzai, a girl who faced death for the right to learn. Doubt could have silenced her, whispering that her fight was too dangerous, her voice too small. Yet she chose faith. Faith in her purpose. Faith in the power of education. Faith that one person could change the world. Her decision to keep learning, to keep rising, to keep believing moved heaven, turning a personal struggle into a global movement. Your faith, too, is a bridge between the seen and the unseen. A spark that calls the universe to your side, aligning the infinite with your fight. This faith is a choice, a daily recommitment to your decision. It is the courage to believe when the world offers no proof, to trust when doubt surrounds you. Speak your vision aloud. Affirm your purpose daily. Act as if your destiny is already yours. This is not delusion. It is the spiritual act of aligning your reality with the infinite potential within you. When you rise with resilience, learn with humility, and believe with faith, you become a magnet for miracles, a beacon for the heavens to follow. You are not alone in this fight. Hill's mastermind principle teaches that your decision gains power when you align with others who share your faith, who fuel your resilience, who challenge you to learn. Surround yourself with those who see your potential, who lift you when you falter, who remind you of your destiny when doubt creeps in. These are your allies, your co-creators, your brothers and sisters in the spiritual war. Together you become a force that shifts the stars, a tide that shapes reality. Your destiny is calling, and it will not wait. Rise with resilience. Learn with hunger. Believe with faith. And watch as heaven moves to meet you. The battlefield of your life is a crucible of fire and shadow, where doubt casts its long reach and the call of your destiny burns brighter still. Here in the heart of the struggle, your decision becomes a sacred vow, a force that demands courage to face the fear, persistence to outlast the pain, and a connection to the greater good that ties your fight to eternity. Your destiny won't wait for your doubt to die. It waits for you to rise, to keep moving, to align your heart with a purpose that lifts not just you, but the world around you. When you choose courage, when you refuse to quit, when you fight for something bigger, heaven moves not as a distant force, but as a current that flows through your soul, amplifying your will. Courage is the flame that lights your path through the darkness of doubt. It is not the absence of fear, but the choice to act in spite of it. To stand tall. When your knees tremble, to move forward when the world screams retreat. Doubt will test you at every turn. Fear will whisper, failure will loom, and uncertainty will cloud your vision. But courage is your rebellion, your refusal to let doubt dictate your destiny. Napoleon Hill taught that courage is the spark that turns desire into reality, the strength that transforms a decision into a legacy. When you choose courage, you align with the infinite, and the heavens rally to your cause. Think of Rosa Parks, a woman whose quiet courage shattered the chains of injustice. Doubt could have silenced her, whispering that one act wouldn't matter, that the risk was too great. Yet she decided to sit, to stand firm, to act, when the world demanded compliance. Her courage was not loud or boastful. It was a steady, unshakable resolve, a choice to honor her purpose above her fear. That single act moved heaven, igniting a movement that reshaped history. Your courage, too, is a force, a spark that can set the world ablaze. It is in the moment you say yes to your vision, yes to your fight, yes to your destiny, even when doubt roars in your ears. Persistence is the rhythm of your courage, the relentless beat that keeps you moving when the battlefield grows weary. Hill wrote that persistence is the quality that separates those who dream from those who achieve, the force that turns a decision into a destiny. Your destiny won't wait for the storms to pass or the doubts to fade. It demands you keep going, step after step, day after day. Consider Thomas Edison, a man who faced 10,000 failures before the light bulb glowed. Doubt was his shadow. Yet he persisted, each failed experiment a testament to his refusal to quit. His decision moved heaven, lighting the world, not because he was fearless, but because he was relentless. You too must forge this persistence. The world will not hand you your destiny. It will challenge you, push you, tempt you to surrender. There will be nights when doubt feels heavier than hope, days when the vision seems out of reach. But persistence is not about strength, it is about choice. The choice to try again, to work again, to believe again. Every small act of persistence, every hour of effort, every refusal to give up is a victory, a signal to the universe that your decision is unbreakable. When you persist, heaven moves, aligning the stars to meet your unyielding will, turning your fight into a force that cannot be stopped. Your fight is not just for you, it is for the greater good, a thread in the tapestry of humanity's story. When you decide, you connect your purpose to something larger, a universal mission that lifts others as it lifts you. Hill's infinite intelligence is a current that flows through those who align their fight with the betterment of the world. Your courage inspires the timid. Your persistence strengthens the weary. Your action lights the way for those lost in doubt. To fight for your destiny is to fight for the hope, the possibility, the change that others need, and in that fight, you become part of something eternal. Consider Muhammad Ali, a man who fought not just for titles, but for justice, for faith, for the right to be himself. Doubt could have quieted him, whispering that his stand would cost too much. Yet he chose courage, persisted through persecution, and aligned his fight with a greater good. His decision moved heaven, inspiring millions to stand tall, to fight for what is right, to claim their own destiny. Your fight, too, is a gift to the world. Every step you take, every fear you face, every moment you refuse to quit it, plants a seed of hope, a spark of change, a light that others will follow. This interconnectedness is your strength. You are not alone on this battlefield. Hill's mastermind principle teaches that your decision gains power when you align with others who share your courage, who fuel your persistence, who see the greater good in your fight. Surround yourself with those who lift you, who challenge you, who remind you of your destiny when doubt tries to drown it out. These are your allies, your co-creators, your brothers and sisters in the spiritual war. Together, you become a force that shifts the heavens, a tide that reshapes reality, a movement that carries your destiny forward. As you stand in this moment, feel the power of your decision. Your courage is your fire, your persistence, your heartbeat, your connection to the greater good, your battle cry. The battlefield is not a place of defeat, but a stage for your triumph, a canvas where your decision paints a destiny that doubt cannot touch. Every act of courage, every moment of persistence, every step toward the greater good, it calls the universe to your side, aligning the infinite with your fight. Your destiny is not waiting for your doubt to die. It is waiting for you to live, to fight, to rise. Decide with courage. Persist with fire. Fight for the world. And watch as heaven moves not just for you but through you, for the destiny that awaits your claim. The battlefield of your life stretches beyond the horizon, a boundless realm where every decision you make ripples through time, shaping a legacy that will outlive your breath. Your destiny is not a fleeting moment, but an eternal flame, fueled by the courage that defies doubt, the persistence that outlasts fear, and the impact that lifts the world. When you decide you do more than claim your own path, you forge a beacon for those lost in shadow, a testament to the power of a soul that dares to rise. Your destiny won't wait for your doubt to die. It demands you act now, leaving a mark that echoes into eternity. Napoleon Hill taught that your greatest work is not what you gain, but what you give, the legacy you create, the lives you touch. When you fight for this legacy, heaven moves, weaving your decision into the tapestry of forever. Your legacy is not carved in marble or measured in gold, but written in the hearts of those you inspire, the dreams you ignite, the hope you sow. It is the sum of every moment you chose to act, to persist, to believe even when doubt screamed loudest. Your destiny is a story, a fire that burns through the ages, and every choice you make is a chapter, every act of courage a verse. Think of Leonardo da Vinci, whose decision to create transcended his time. He didn't wait for doubt to die. He painted, sketched, and dreamed, driven by a vision of what could be. His legacy is not just the Mona Lisa or his flying machines, but the spark of imagination he left for generations, a light that still guides us. Your legacy, too, is a force, a gift that lives in the lives you touch, the futures you shape. This legacy begins in the unseen, in the quiet moments when you choose to doubt and act despite it. It is in the persistence to your vision, the gratitude that fuels your fight, the courage to keep going when the world says stop. Hill's mastermind principle teaches us that your legacy grows when you align with others, when you share your purpose, when you lift those around you. Your decision is not just a spark. It is a flame that kindles others, setting their dreams ablaze, creating a chain of impact that stretches beyond your sight. When you fight for your destiny, you inspire others to claim theirs, weaving a tapestry of change that time cannot unravel. Consider Mother Teresa, whose decision to serve was not for fame but for love. Doubt could have stopped her, whispering that her efforts were too small, that the world's suffering was too vast. Yet she acted one soul at a time, her hands a testament to her purpose. Her legacy is not in grand monuments, but in the millions inspired by her compassion, the lives transformed by her choice to act. She didn't wait for doubt to die. She moved, and heaven moved with her, turning small acts into a global force for good. Your legacy, too, is built in these moments, every choice to persist, to give, to rise, each one a stone in a monument that will stand forever. The impact of your decision is eternal, a ripple that flows through the ages, touching lives you may never know. When you decide, you tap into Hill's infinite intelligence, a universal force that flows through those who align their fight with a greater purpose. Your courage strengthens the weak, your persistence uplifts the fallen. Your gratitude transforms the hopeless. You are not just fighting for yourself, you are fighting for the dreamer who needs a spark, the weary who need hope, the world that needs your light. Every step you take, every doubt you overcome, every moment you choose to act, it sends a wave through eternity, shaping futures beyond your imagining. Think of Steve Wozniak, the quiet genius whose decision to build laid the foundation for a technological revolution. Doubt could have stopped him, whispering that his ideas were too niche, his efforts too small. Yet he persisted tinkering in garages, driven by a vision of what technology could be. His impact lives not in fame, but in every device that empowers every connection his work made possible. He didn't wait for doubt to die. He acted, and heaven moved through his creations, changing the world. Your impact, too, is in the gifts you share, the choices you make, the lives you touch with your fight. This eternal nature of your decision is your greatest strength. The battlefield is not a place of endings, but of beginnings, a canvas where your choices create a legacy that outlives you. Hill taught that the universe responds to those who act with definiteness of purpose, who align their fight with the greater good. When you decide, you become a co-creator with the infinite, a partner in the dance of destiny. Your courage, your persistence, your faith, they are not fleeting. They are forces that echo through time, shaping the world in ways you cannot yet see. As you fight, hold this truth: your legacy is not a burden but a privilege. It is the chance to leave a mark that matters, to be a light that guides, to be a story that inspires. Every decision you make is a verse in that story, every act of courage, a refrain, every moment of persistence, a melody. You are writing a legacy that will be sung by those who come after you, a testament to a soul that dared to claim its destiny. The heavens are watching, waiting for you to act, to persist, to leave a mark that doubt cannot erase. Surround yourself with those who amplify your legacy, who share your vision, who remind you of the impact you were born to make. Hill's mastermind is a spiritual alliance, a collective force that turns your decision into a movement. These are your fellow warriors, your co-creators, the ones who walk beside you in the fight for a life of meaning. Together, you become a tide that moves the heavens, a force that reshapes reality. Your destiny is calling, and it will not wait. Act with courage. Persist with purpose. Leave a legacy that burns bright. And watch as heaven moves not just for you, but through you for the world that awaits your light. The battlefield of your life is a sacred forge where every decision you make hammers out a destiny that resonates through the corridors of eternity. You stand at the threshold of transformation, no longer the soul who began this fight, but a warrior sculpted by the trials of doubt, the fire of persistence, and the light of your purpose. Your destiny won't wait for your doubt to die. It demands you become the fullest expression of your potential, aligning your heart, mind, and actions with the infinite force that shapes the stars. This is not just a fight, it's a revolution, a rebirth, a declaration that your soul will not be bound by fear or hesitation. When you transform, you don't just claim your destiny, you become it, and the heavens move not as a witness, but as a partner in your ascent. Transformation is the alchemy of your decision. It is not about altering the world around you, but igniting a revolution within your soul, forging a self from the raw material of your choices. Every moment you chose courage over doubt, persistence over surrender, gratitude over despair. You reshaped yourself, your soul. You are not defined by the doubts that once held you or the circumstances that once confined you. You are defined by your decision to rise, to grow, to become the person your destiny demands. Napoleon Hill's wisdom taught us that you are the architect of your fate. This is a spiritual truth, a call to sculpt a life that reflects your highest vision, to transform not just your world, but the world itself. Consider Maya Angelou's words, a woman whose life was forged in the crucible of pain and doubt. She could have let her struggles, trauma, poverty. Silence define poverty. Silence define her story of her story. Instead, she chose transformation, turning her wounds into poetry, her fears into courage, her doubts into wisdom. She didn't wait for doubt to die. She acted, wrote, spoke, and lived with a fire that burned through every limitation. Her transformation was a beacon for millions, a legacy that moved heaven, proving that one soul's decision can illuminate the world. Your transformation, too, is a force. Too is a journey, a journey that can reshape not just your life, but the lives of those who witness your light, a spark that doubt cannot extinguish. This transformation is fueled by alignment with the infinite, what Hill called the infinite intelligence, a universal energy that flows through those who decide with purpose and act with faith. When you align your mind with clarity, your heart with purpose, your actions with courage, you tap into a current that transcends the ordinary. This is not mysticism, it's the spiritual law of creation, the law of truth that the universe conspires with those who dare to claim their destiny. Every doubt you overcome, every lesson you learn, every act of persistence, it aligns you with this force, weaving synchronicities, opening paths, bringing your vision into reality. Think of Elon Musk's audacity, a man who decided to dream beyond the Earth's bounds of Earth. His vision of a multiplanetary future was ridiculed, his failures a spectacle for the world. Doubt was a constant companion. Yet he aligned his actions with his purpose, his persistence with his faith, his learning with his courage. Each rocket launch, each setback, each moment of defiance, it was a step toward alignment with something greater. His decision moved heaven through his innovation, his relentless will, his refusal to let doubt define him. Your decision, too, can move the heavens, aligning your fight with the infinite, turning your dreams into reality. Alignment requires release. Letting go of the doubts that chain your mind, the fears that shackle your heart, the habits that pull you back. Your decision is a sacred vow, a commitment to live as the highest version of yourself. Hill's principle of autosuggestion teaches us to feed our minds with the images of our success, to speak our purpose into existence, to act as if our destiny is already ours. This is not pretense. It is the spiritual act of aligning your reality with the infinite potential within you. Shed the old self, the one who waited for doubt to die. Embrace the new, the one who acts, who persists, who transforms. Your fight is not solitary. The moment you decide you join a lineage of warriors, those who like you chose to transform, to align with the infinite, to claim a destiny doubt could not steal. Surround yourself with those who amplify your transformation, who share your alignment, who challenge you to rise higher. Hill's mastermind principle is a spiritual alliance, a collective force that turns your decision into a movement. These are your fellow creators, your comrades in the war for a life of meaning. Together you become a tide that shifts the heavens, a force that reshapes the world. As you stand on this battlefield, feel the power of your transformation. You are not the soul who began this fight. Every decision, every act of courage, every moment of persistence has forged you into something stronger, wiser, greater. Your alignment with the infinite is your strength, your connection to a purpose that transcends you. You are not just fighting for a dream. You are fighting for a legacy that will live beyond you, a transformation that will inspire others, a destiny that proves doubt is no match for a soul on fire. The heavens are not distant. They are here now within you. Your decision is the spark that calls them to action, the choice that aligns you with the eternal. Every step you take, every doubt you conquer, every lesson you learn, it is a signal to the universe that you are ready, that you are fighting, that you are alive. You are not just a warrior. You are a creator, a dreamer, a force of the infinite. Your transformation is your power, your alignment, your guide, your legacy, your gift. Decide with clarity, act with courage, persist with faith, transform with purpose, and watch as heaven moves not just for you, but through you for the destiny that awaits your claim. The battlefield of your life is a sacred expanse where every decision you make becomes a symphony that reverberates through the ages. You stand at the crescendo of your fight, transformed into a warrior radiant with purpose, forged by the fire of courage, and aligned with the infinite force that moves the heavens. This is not the end of your journey, but the dawn of your triumph, the moment when your decision becomes a revolution, a light that shatters the shadows of doubt, a call that awakens the world to what is possible. Your destiny won't wait for your doubt to die. It demands you seize it now with every ounce of your soul, and in that act, heaven moves not just for you, but through you for the eternal legacy you were born to create. Every theme of your fight converges in this moment, a tapestry woven from the threads of your choices. Your mindset was the foundation, the sacred soil where you planted seeds of belief over the weeds of doubt. Clarity sharpened your vision, turning dreams into a vivid blueprint of your future. Purpose gave your fight meaning, a fire that burned brighter with every step. Discipline and action were the bricks you laid, each one a vow to honor your destiny. Gratitude transformed your struggles into strength. Adaptability turned obstacles into opportunities. Resilience lifted you from every fall, and learning made every moment a teacher. Faith and courage were your wings, persistence, your heartbeat, transformation. Your journey and legacy, your gift. These are not fragments, they are the whole of your soul unified by the power of your decision. Think of Martin Luther King Jr., a man who faced a world steeped in doubt, yet chose to dream of unity, to act with courage, to persist through hatred and fear. His decision was not just for himself, but for humanity. A purpose that moved heaven through his words, his sacrifice, his unyielding faith. His legacy lives not in statues, but in the hearts he awakened, the lives he lifted, the world he reshaped. He didn't wait for doubt to die. He acted, and his decision became a beacon for generations. Your destiny, too, is a beacon, a fire that can illuminate the world, a force that doubt cannot extinguish. This is your moment to claim that power. You are not bound by the doubts of yesterday or the fears of tomorrow. You are defined by the decision you make now to rise, to act, to become the fullest expression of your soul. Hill's infinite intelligence is not a distant force. It is the energy that surges through you when you align your heart, your mind, your actions with your highest purpose. Every choice you make, every moment you choose courage, every step you take through doubt is a signal to the universe that you are ready, that you are fighting, that you are alive. And the universe responds, weaving miracles, opening doors, aligning the heavens to your will. Your fight is not just for you. It is for the world that craves your light. Your decision is a gift, a ripple that touches lives. You may never meet a spark that ignites hope in hearts. You may never know. Think of Frida Kahlo, whose pain became her art, whose doubt became her defiance, whose decision to create transformed suffering into beauty. She didn't wait for doubt to die. She painted, she lived, she loved, and heaven moved through her brush, leaving a legacy that inspires millions to find strength in their scars. Your fight, too, is a canvas, a chance to paint a legacy that endures, to create a story that resonates through time. This is the climax of your battle, the moment you embrace your decision as a sacred vow. A commitment to live with purpose, to fight with faith, to rise with resilience. You are not just a warrior. You are a creator, a dreamer, a force of the infinite. Your mindset is your anchor, your belief, your fire, your clarity, your guide. Your purpose is your call, your discipline, your strength, your action, your bridge. Your gratitude is your lens, your adaptability, your dance, your resilience, your rise. Your learning is your growth, your faith, your light, your courage, your sword. Your persistence is your rhythm, your transformation, your rebirth, your legacy, your gift. Together, they are the power that moves heaven. Stand tall on this battlefield. Feel the fire in your soul, the pulse of your purpose, the strength of your decision. Doubt may linger, but it is no match for a soul on fire. The world may try to dim you, to distract you, to pull you into the shadows, But you are not small. You are not insignificant. You are a revolution, a light, a force that cannot be contained. Every step you take, every doubt you conquer, every moment you choose to persist, it is a declaration to the universe: I am here. I am fighting. I am claiming my destiny. And heaven moves not just for you, but through you for the child who needs hope, the dreamer who needs courage, the world that needs your light. This is your calling. Your decision is not a single act, but a way of being, a commitment to lend with clarity, to act with courage, to transform with purpose. You are part of a timeless lineage. Warriors who, like you, chose to rise above doubt, to act despite fear, to leave a legacy that burns bright. Surround yourself with those who amplify your fire, who share your vision, who challenge you to be more. Hill's Mastermind is your army, your allies in the spiritual war, your co-creators in a life of meaning. Together you are unstoppable, a tide that shifts the stars, a force that reshapes reality. The battlefield is yours. The fight is yours. The destiny is yours. Let your life be a testament to the power of a soul that dares to decide. Let your legacy be a flame that never fades, a story that never ends, a light that guides the way. You are not just fighting for a dream. You are fighting for eternity, for the infinite, for the divine spark within you. Decide with clarity. Act with courage. Persist with faith. Transform with purpose. Rise with power. And watch as heaven moves not just for you, but through you for the world that awaits your destiny. This is your moment. This is your fight. This is your triumph. Claim it now, and heaven will move.